What up, everyone? It's me, Jaden. Welcome back to another video about my own name. And we're about to go over the Utah Jazz and the LA Lakers. Utah Jazz and the LA Lakers. Yep, the Utah Jazz and the LA Lakers. We're about to go over it. Let's go. The Los Angeles Lakers on a 2-game winning streak. The Utah Jazz, the red hot Utah Jazz. None of us expect the way they act. None of us expected us to be where they at. But they are where they at. And they are putting on a show. Whew, whew, my God. It's very interesting. Right from the end zone, Hill in for the touchdown. Alright. The Lakers were coming into the last night game on a 2-game winning streak. I had the Lakers winning. I actually picked the Lakers, even though the Lakers are 2-5 start. But with the way they have played the last 2 games, it showed that if they can beat a team like the Nuggets when they're healthy, if they can beat a team like the Pelicans, we wasn't healthy, but even though we wasn't, they still came out. They fought, got a great win, and now they come out last night playing exactly that they have been the last 2 games, but come up a little short. The reason they didn't win because Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook did their job. Anthony Davis, 22 points, 12 rebounds. No, yeah. Russell Westbrook had 26 points off the bench with 6 assists, 5 rebounds. Well, no, it was actually 8 rebounds and 5 assists. So Russell Westbrook been playing pretty well coming off the bench. Ever since he came off the bench, he had made a spark. First, 18 points versus the Nuggets didn't win. Then 13 points versus the Pelicans didn't win. Then last night versus the Utah team with 26 points in a loss. So Russ have played pretty good, no matter if they won or not. Ever since he came off the bench, they have always won, except for last night. If LeBron had at least a 30-point game like he always have, they would have beaten the Jazz. So LeBron only had 17 points. If he would have put up like 30 points, at least, then they would have won. So they only lost by 14 points. They lost 130, 116. But if LeBron would have had a 30-point night, and maybe it would have been more, they would have taken down the Utah Jazz. And probably in a last second shot or whatever. And they would have had a 3-game winning streak and they would have went 3-5. They would have good momentum, going forward, going to play whoever they're playing next. But I still like the Lakers. The Lakers, yeah, they're off to a terrible start. Same for the Brooklyn Nets, off to a terrible start. But the LA Lakers still got something in them. They still got something. Yeah, they're not going to win the championship. I'm not going to get all hype up, but what I have seen from them in the 2 when they did win, in the 2 games they did win, even last night, I still saw some controversy. I still saw some good. Maybe Russell Westbrook might fit in with the role coming off the bench and only playing like 25 minutes a game. Yeah, he's not playing his usual minute, but he's playing pretty well. If he continues to play well, he's probably not going to be traded. I wouldn't trade him. I know Lakers fans still want him out, but with the way he has played ever since coming off the bench, they look at his numbers, man. Yeah, they're not huge numbers, but they're still numbers that help you dot 2 of your last 3 games in a win. So, yeah. Yeah, they're gonna still trade. They're gonna still trade him. But if Rex continue to play like this, even before he gets traded, the Lakers might be in a spot where they'll be in a spot where they can compete for a 7-8 spot in the playing tournament and possibly get a home court playing tournament game and get to the playoffs. I don't expect them to be a top 5 seed, but I expect them to be a playing tournament team, 7-8, something like that. I expect them to win the first game, and I expect them to get to the playoffs at a 7 or 8 seed, playing the number 1 team in Phoenix, the number 1 team in maybe the Pelicans, the number 1 team in the Clippers. If they to teams like that, maybe the Blazers might be the number 1 team. What did they start? 6-2. They just took down the Phoenix Suns, and they're 5-1 3. So we're gonna start talking about that game too. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the rest of the NBA games today in this one video right here. So that's it for that. The Lakers still bounce back. I have faith in them. The way they have played, I still think they are gonna bounce back. So yeah, okay. The If you saw what happened last night when Jeremy Grant hit in the game winner against a Phoenix Suns team, to have a lot of expectations for this year. The Phoenix Suns have a lot of expectations. They're the number one team for the past 2 years, have not been able to get a championship. I think they are the favorites right now, right? If anybody's gonna be the favorite to win it all, it's the Milwaukee Bucks. Shut up, man. Do you even not see what the Milwaukee Bucks are doing? We're gonna talk about that right after this video. That's gonna be the one game we're gonna talk about right after this video. Every other game I'm gonna talk about in this video. But he had to look at the Phoenix Suns and the Blazers. The Phoenix Suns are off to a great start, what they should be. They're supposed to be didn't off to a great start because they were the number one team for the last 2 years. Won 50 plus games for the past 2 years. And they've been in a spot, and they also been to the NBA Finals in 2 years. So they're supposed to be winning all these games, and they have. But last night, versus the really good young Blazers team, they didn't have it. They were making it the two best players, still finding what to do to win. Game winner by Jeremy Grant. That's something else. Well, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, give the video thumbs up. Night night.